It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield-Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Okay, now it's Friday. It felt like
Finally.
Friday yesterday, and we have finally made it to actual Friday, which is nice because that means tomorrow's Saturday, and the next day is Sunday. So let's begin. That's your lesson for today. We'll begin with
Right, there we go.
Yeah.
Days of the week. For the second time this week, in fact, bullets were shot into a house in our area. The most recent was overnight yesterday when shots were fired into a house on North Fremont in Springfield. Fortunately, no one was hit in that shooting. Just 2 days prior, you'll remember we told you a juvenile was hit when someone shot into a house just outside Republic. That person was treated at the scene and is going to be okay. The shooters have not been arrested.
Yeah, that's disconcerting to be sure. Shots being fired into houses. And we have no idea at this point if it's the same people doing it, different people, different circumstances. I don't know. We'll wait to see what police find out. And then there's another shooting. A man from Sunrise Beach was arrested, accused of shooting at fishermen out on the lake. Two fishermen told police the man shouted at them from shore. He was on shore. They were in a boat, threatened to shoot them out on Lake of the Ozarks. The men then called 911 to tell police about it. They hid inside the boat as shots were fired. They weren't hit, fortunately. Police got to the man and found out that he had been drinking. So perhaps that played into it. Then a convicted murderer is back in jail, caught in Harrison, Arkansas. The man was wanted for kidnapping in Colorado, but he was found at a house in Harrison, a long way from Colorado. He tried to run from police from that house, but was arrested. He was on parole for a murder conviction.
Wow.
And that, I think that wraps up our crimes, a bigger crime section than normal on this Friday.
That is a bigger crime section. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. A Missouri lawmaker wants to limit the amount of taxpayer dollars that can go to a public school superintendent in the state. The Republican from Chesterfield, which is just outside St. Louis, wants to put a cap on what a superintendent can make 5.5 times the minimum teacher pay in that district. So, for example, the state's minimum teacher salary is around $40,000. That means a superintendent in the district would be paid no more than $220,000 per year. Now, Springfield Public School Superintendent Granita Lathan's salary comes in at more than $330,000 per year. She is in charge of the largest school district in the state.
All right. If you've ever wanted to visit a landfill, now's your chance. Is that on your list of things to do?
Actually, I think it would be amazing. I got to be honest. It's fascinating to me how it all works. I mean, It would stink to high heaven, but because you can even smell it as you drive by. But I think it would be a really cool field trip.
I think it would be. There'd be a lot there that you didn't know that went into it and was part of it, but it's part of our lives. I mean, we go through everybody a lot of trash every day. Okay, so here's how you do that. You can sign up to take a public tour of the Springfield Noble Hill Sanitary Landfill next month, 18th of September. A charter bus will take a small group. It's only 32 pre-registered people. We take more than that to Israel. A charter bus will take 32 pre-registered people to see it for themselves. You have to register at springfieldmo.gov/landfill tours. springfieldmo.gov/landfill tours. You can pre-register. I would, if you're seriously interested, I would suggest doing that like right now, because this has been out for about a day. Right now, at least 1,200 tons of trash are dumped there in that landfill every single day.
Yes. And if you don't make it on that tour, come to Israel with us. It will be the trip of a lifetime, much more memorable, Lord willing, in October of 25.
Yeah.
So you also have a year to get on that.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, seriously, though, if you're interested, message me on Facebook.
It will change your life in a way that a trip to the landfill will not.
This is
safe to say.
This is safe to say. Okay, Greene County employers are doing something right. Wages in Greene County landed at number 16 in the entire country when it comes to percentage increase and wage growth during the first quarter of
All right.
2024.
That's good.
Wages were up 6.8%. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That put Greene County at number 1 in the state.
That's great.
It is great. I mean, something is happening, it's neat to
We're
see. And
number
we're
one.
number 1. Are you singing the song? All right. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
There you go.
Also, this is cool too. The Springfield area has 5 companies that landed on Newsweek magazine's list of best places to work. Probably Newsweek website, not magazine anymore. I think it's still print, but not book. Congratulations. You still see the magazine?
I think so. I
Yeah.
feel like I've actually recently seen it for some reason.
I think it is still a magazine, not the circulation that it once was, but it's probably all online. At any rate, congratulations to Cox Health, Hamra Enterprises, Jack Henry and Associates, Leggett and Platt, and Phoenix Home Care and Hospice. The list of 1,500 U.S. companies considered benefits, company culture, training and career progression, as well as work-life balance when they rated these companies. So we got
That's
5 on the
really
list. It's great.
Congratulations, seriously, to all
Yeah.
of those. Yeah, very good.
Cool.
Okay, we've been in the low to mid 80s for temperatures for most of this week, even a little chilly in the mornings, I might add. Now, granted, I'm out super early, but I was cold. I was considering wearing a jacket. In fact,
Well,
was it yesterday morning or maybe it was the day before? I rode my bicycle and I had to wear a long sleeve jersey.
yeah. Well, I told you I wore a jacket to soccer practice the other night. Yeah. Did I tell
It's
you that?
crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, summer's not over. It is coming back this upcoming week. Watch out. Mid 90-degree temperatures will be here. Now, this is interesting. When it comes to winter, do you believe the Farmer's Almanac? Yes or no? Those are your only 2 options.
I wish I did, but I don't think I really do.
Okay. No, I didn't like the hesitation. I didn't understand the hesitation.
Well,
The
it's not
answer
a
is
part of my
no.
daily. It's not a
No,
part of my
you
daily
don't.
life. I don't have it
Right.
on the tip of my tongue.
Well, here's the thing. I have looked at it enough times and it's been wrong. So I lost
Right.
faith in it several years ago.
Right.
Anyway, but if you do, for those of you who do still believe the Farmer's Almanac, you need to know this. They are predicting a very wet and colder than normal winter with a lot of snow and rain in the
Ooh,
Ozarks.
yikes. That's a
The
cold
almanac,
rain,
though,
too.
as we mentioned, is not always correct. It did predict an especially cold winter last year, and we actually ended up with one of the 5 warmest winters on record.
Yeah.
So there you go. We don't know. Abby Dyer, her forecast is accurate. She also has a proven track record headed in the right direction. So check out Abby Dyer's Wake Up Weather right after this podcast on any podcast platform.
Well,
There you go.
the good news about Abby is that she only goes like 5 to 7 days out. So it's less of a guess than the Farmer's Almanac when you're predicting a winter.
True, but she'll do a winter like prediction of
Outlook,
sorts. Yeah, outlook. It's not really, which is different actually than a prediction. So there you go.
But it's also done a lot closer to winter than whenever this Farmer's Almanac was written.
Correct. Yeah.
So they're saying that. Just when you thought Travis Kelce couldn't be a bigger star of screen and stage, he is going. We find out he's going to be in another movie. Adam Sandler just told Jimmy Fallon this week on The Tonight Show that Kelce will be in Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh, yes.
I just watched with Griffin a few weeks ago. You guys were gone, and we watched the first Happy Gilmore.
If my friend Liz is watching, she does not live in the Ozarks, but I'm telling you, she can quote every line. She will be happy to know this information, and I'm excited to relay it.
Okay. Kelce should be in that. We told you yesterday he's already starring in a horror series on FX, hosting a new game show called Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity? And will be in a new movie called Loose Cannons. That, I should tell you, is in addition to the stuff he does for the Kansas City Chiefs on Sundays. So he
good old Happy Gilmore. I mean, I don't know. Adam Sandler is funny. And I've seen Travis Kelce. I guess I can't make a call on that. He doesn't seem funny to me in my I mean, I saw him when he was on Saturday Night Live.
Right,
I don't
right.
like Adam is just funny. Like he's just funny, you know? I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
Uh, yeah, I think Kelsey, just like how he ended up with Taylor Swift, he
Yeah.
talked about it on his podcast a couple of months back in May. I think he found out that they're doing a Happy Gilmore 2, and he was like, "Oh, I'd love to be in that. That'd be so great." And now he's in it. So, whatever we say on the podcast should come true
Okay. I
because it
know.
does.
It would be
It does for
so
Kelsey.
cool to
Yeah.
be in the Olympics. We'll see
Well, they
what
were just
happens.
over, so now
Yep.
you have to wait
There's
a
another
couple
one. There's always another one.
4 years to
I
find out
can
if that
wait.
comes true. If you love 80s music, this week in Branson is for you. And I love 80s music. It's the best decade of music, I think, hands down. Maybe hands down isn't right, but Retromania Live in concert at the Mansion Theater already this week. Listen to these big names: Tiffany, Lou Gramm from Foreigner, Night Ranger. They've already performed this week already. Tonight, it's Quiet Riot, Vince Neil from Motley Crue, and local 80s cover band Members Only taking the stage. Then, tomorrow night is the last night of Retromania Live. Comedian Pauly Shore, who, not a fan. Starship, who I've seen in concert in Las Vegas. Bobby Brown, never seen him, but Bobby Brown's got a lot of good songs. And then KC and the Sunshine Band, who I also saw in concert in Las Vegas years ago. Tickets remain for both nights. Just look yourself up, Retromania Live in Branson, and be part of the
Awesome.
fun. Did I ever
Okay.
tell you about Tiffany?
No.
When I was in
Nope.
high school, back in it's the Illinois side of St. Louis, Collinsville High School, there was a where's she going? She left in the middle of my story. I think my wife just left in the middle of my story. At any rate, I'll tell you, good folks of the Ozarks, because Sarah has left her seat. There was a contest at a local radio station at the time, KHTR, was having to, if you win the contest, you get to have Tiffany put on a concert at your high school gymnasium, because she was doing the mall tours with like Debbie Gibson back then. And I swear that somehow like the entire school administration was on board with us completely wasting our time during the school day and writing on note cards, because you had those note cards. You had to write on there. What did we write? CHS, Collinsville High School, Tiffany, KHTR. And the high school with the most note cards filled out won a Tiffany concert at their gym. Our high school won a Tiffany concert at our gym. So Tiffany came to our school. She's saying, I think we're alone now. What's that slow one? It's another. She's saying a slow one. And it was very, very cool. But I think we're alone now was her big song at the time. And look who's back. Sarah's back now that
You
I
just
finished
need
my
to know that I'm
story.
alive. You just need to
Now
know
that I
that I'm
finished
alive.
my story, Sarah is back. I stalled until you got back. But Tiffany came to our high school, performed, and that's why I don't know much from my junior year.
Yeah.
Because we were filling out note cards for KHTR radio station.
Yeah.
But we
Well.
won. We won a free Tiffany concert. And there you go. Have a good
Okay.
weekend.
Happy Friday. Yes. Okay. Have a good one.